2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at one of golf's iconic venues, Torrey Pines, and our first round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's about to begin. It's great to have your company. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, and out on the course bringing all the action is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, your thoughts quickly here on Torrey Pines South. It is a big boy golf course, isn't it?
It is, and these players are in for a rude awakening because they've had some pretty simple golf courses up to this point. But this golf course, U.S. Open venue, this is going to punch you right in the mouth. There's no holding back here. This golf course is flat out tough. One of the toughest tests these players will see all year long. It's usually damp. It's usually cool. The wind blows off the ocean. It is just all around not fun to play in. But I tell you what, if you're playing well, you can really find out what you are doing well, and that will help you in the upcoming season a lot.
This is his second shot. Oh, what a super shot. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
And now at 3 under overall. One of the most photographed holes in all of the PGA Tour is this downhill par 3, third at Torrey Pines South.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
So close to a birdie, but that'll be a par. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently at 3 under for the day. The fourth hole runs right along the cliffs here of La Jolla, and it's a very strong par 4.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Now 5 strokes behind. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
Lining this one out from fairways. That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up.
That will drive you bats.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The 6th hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
All right, bold. I like this play.
Yeah, well, it might not be on the green, but it's right up near the surface.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Very crafty, that shot.
Such soft hands.
It's just about 3 feet away.
This is for birdie.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play. This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Gee, I wish I could play like this myself.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Putting for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. He's tied for 6th on this leaderboard. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Luke, is it's just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This looks like somewhere in the 27-foot range from here.
Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. Good speed, too. That was a nice one. Had a good-looking line, plenty of speed, but just didn't drop. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on. And that will take him to 8 under.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. He's setting up for his second shot. Just 1 stroke back in this tournament.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. He has this putt to save his par. And that putt will drop. Well done. He's currently tied for 3rd. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard. Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
I'm over on the 17th now, guys. This is Tony Finau's next shot.
Oh, how about this shot? Tracking towards the cup. Well, he's judged that one beautifully from the sand. Okay, let's get back to the action. 8 under for the day. Currently tied for 3rd. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for a par here. Just one off the lead after that hole. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
There's a lot of players out on tour that it's impossible to cheer against, but Tony Finau has to stand at the highest, doesn't he? He's a family man, he's a fun guy, he loves to dance, he's got a groove, he's got a swagger about him, and here he is once again delighting the fans.
Who says nice guys don't finish first has never met Tony Finau. Probably the most well-liked man on the PGA Tour. If you don't like Tony Finau, then I don't like you. Right? I mean, he's just this great character. I mean, and you see the smiles, but you know underneath, ooh, he wants to rip your heart out. He's got more passion for the game, I think, than anybody out there. And you can see it. You can see the intensity when he's hitting the shot. But as soon as it's over with, it's just all smiles once again. I can't say enough great things about this man. I love him to tears. And I'm always rooting for him. He's a guy that I want to root. I want to see him win more and more and more.
And after that hole, he'll move to 9 under for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
13 is a really cool par 5, the first of 2 in the inward 6 holes here. But you've got to nail your drive if you want to get there in 2.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely do they put the pin in the middle. But, boy, I tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. Woo! This one seems to be exactly in that category. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Over to 14 we go, a par 4.
And a really good par 4 once again. Dogleg from right to left. Those bunkers on the left, you don't want any part of them. And from there, the difficulty is judging the distance with your second shot. This is an infinite edge look from the fairway. So when it pins in the back section of this green, it's nearly impossible to judge the distance. This is a wonderful, wonderful design.
Should find the green. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. As we go to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
That's a good-looking shot there. A 7-footer right here. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And as we check the standings, our featured player is ahead by 3. 16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
And this putt should go left to right here.
Good look at a birdie here. That one's going to break a long way from Steady on.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And now that finds him in first place. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's staring down 23 feet here.
I don't mind the look of this. That one's turned out pretty well, I think. That's a solid par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Here we are at the final hole of Torrey Pines South. So historic. There's been some very cool moments over the years. One of the more famous holes on the PGA Tour.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk-reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Oh, I love this time.
That was close.
Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
And he's down there. You got a read?
The perfect leave. Uphill, right to left.
That's a nice putt. He'll take that. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And that's a nice way for the round to end. Finishing up with a birdie. Rich, I could see you on the edge of your seat all day. It really was one of those cliffhanger performances. This player has a slender lead.
Absolutely, Luke. You always want to have the biggest lead possible, but I gotta say, 1 stroke is better than none.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is set to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Great to have you back with us. Our featured player is starting the day in the top 20 as we get things underway. Can he make a move today? Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player's firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. 4 feet to the cup. Well, Rich, that's got to feel good, opening the first with an under-par score.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So, yes, birdie on the first, great job.
Oh, that is bombed. Time for the second shot here on the second hole.
Damn.
This one is a fair distance here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is just going right the whole way along. He's done a nice job there.
That's good.
I can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently 14 under for the event. Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
That'll work. Pin high. This one's for birdie. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of third spot. Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Now on the tee of the fifth hole, the par 4.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. But this is an opportunity now to move to 17 under par. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This looks like about 34 feet to the cup, guys.
Yeah, that was really nicely judged from there.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And as we move over to the next hole, Tommy Fleetwood is leading this event. The sixth hole is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Outstanding shot. High quality. An eagle putt awaits. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
This player is putting for fun.
And updating the standings now, and this player is currently tied at the top of the standings with Tommy Fleetwood.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Here we are at the par 4 7th hole.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
That's inside the house of opportunity. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it's going to be straight and then just switch left.
And with that hole behind us, our featured player is currently in first place with Tommy Fleetwood in second. We've arrived now at the par 3 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Great ball striking. It's a thing of beauty.
And I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. The putt drops.
That's all right.
And we're moving on. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The 9th is a par 5.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Oh, Mike, I know you love me.
Nicely done.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
No harm done. Nestled it up close.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5 on the tee of the par 4 10th hole.
That camber's pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Yeah, nicely played. 14-footer.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Penny, take us through the break on this.
Give me a spoon,
I'm
Mike.
thinking a little left to right here.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Just a 4-footer remaining. As we head to the next tee, he leads by 2 shots.
Julia.
Let's see what happens here at the
Bryan.
end of the hole.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left.
Hey,
This
Julia.
is just a strong,
Julia.
difficult, lovely,
Hello.
if you like, par 3.
Outstanding approach shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Putting for birdie here.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And with that hole behind us, our featured player is currently in first place with Tommy Fleetwood in second. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. From around 180 yards out. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. That's tight. What an opportunity to make a birdie. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Fair effort, that. Good birdie.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt.
Ooh, looking nice. All right, getting better. You rotten thing.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. This hole here is a par 4.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's an impressive 5-stroke advantage for our leader. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front. This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
An opportunity for a birdie here. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Well, this is an impressive display of golf. You can't deny it. Now 25 under par as we head down the stretch.
Yeah, seemingly an insurmountable lead with just 4 to play. Gotta like his position.
Opting for the 5-wood. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
An all-important putt for par.
He's got a solid 6-stroke advantage on the field as we move over to the next. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's two distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Oh, that one skirted the edge of the hole. A birdie putt awaits. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. That was a thing of beauty. He got all of that one from around 220 yards. Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
Straight at it.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. This putt to win the Farmers Insurance Open. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
So close. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory.
Done.
Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
And Rich, you know what this is like, going back-to-back on the PGA Tour. How big is it?
It's a lot more mentally difficult than I think a lot of people understand. I'm very impressed with how this player held up the final 9 holes. Congratulations. Great finish.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.